is focusing on
Yeah,
being
making them
mindful. Fair enough.
aware, making them mindful, if we say, yeah,
Fair
mindful
enough. Fair enough.
as well, yeah.
Yeah. We just want to know what's important ingredients in education, according to you. Whatever is the ingredient, doesn't matter. But not the result, but the ingredients of education. Yes.
So ingredient like the subjects like maths and science, does that count as ingredient? Of course, all those things.
If you think that that is the education that you want to give, if you want to give a math education to your child, then say that. Why not? If I say I want to give a sporty education, if I say
Okay,
no, whatever the child wants to learn, that should be the education. So you have to say what is
got
it in your heart, not what
right,
the
right.
world is doing. We are not talking about what kind of education the world is giving. Let's stop
Okay, okay.
thinking about what we are receiving. Let's think about what we want to do for our children. Let's think about that.
Got it. Yeah.
Liberty to explore and
Hmm.
take
Hmm.
their own time to explore, not in
Liberty to
hurry,
explore and
taking their own time,
at
like
yeah at their own pace. Yeah,
at
at
their
their
own
pace. Yeah.
pace.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What else?
So I want my child to be aware and more kind and more polite and
Yeah,
more,
I would still say that is, I
more
mean, we can,
compassion.
that's the values part that somebody has already included. I would still say that's still a result that, okay, because of the education, somebody should become like this. But what should be in the education itself? See, you see, we are wanting the outcome, but what is the input? What is the
It
process?
can't
What is
it
the
be a
journey?
part of education? We are teaching them politeness and compassion and other kindness, awareness. Is it not a part of thing? It's a
Yeah,
different
okay.
thing, but
Fair enough. Fair enough. You
it-
can call it as part of it. Fair
yeah,
enough. So,
that is
okay.
what we
So,
want to
human
teach
values in,
our children.
I
Yes.
leave it to human values. Yeah, already we have that point.
So along with basic education,
Now, what is basic education for you?
they can earn their livelihood and uh, take care of themselves.
Okay. And take care
Not
of them. When you say take care of,
depending on, yeah, not
so
depending on
independent.
others.
Okay.
Independently, they can live. So
Okay.
this is what we meant. We don't want like they have to become some big shot or something like that.
Okay. What else? What do you want in education?
So this is what I said: compassion, more awareness.
Sure, sure. I'm just asking more people. There are a whole lot of more
Okay.
people. So please share. What else? What else uh, are different people thinking?
Can I say?
Yes, Rubina.
Hi. So I personally really think that yoga and meditation are two very important ingredients in as of our education system, where we teach the child to the art of yoga and meditation, because it is
Okay.
going to be very helpful in the long run.
Okay.
And this is
Okay.
like
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
and this is, I feel that it's a like the swimming is considered to be a life-saving skill. I think yoga and meditation should be
Okay. So
considered
we
as
we are still
life-saving
okay. We are
skills.
still thinking about, okay. We want to get them to yoga, meditation, values, mindfulness. Okay. What else? What else? What
Also
what type of
structure.
how it should be? How it should be? Should somebody be teaching them yoga? Should somebody be teaching them awareness? Should somebody be telling them what needs to be done? What do you want? What do you want? What kind of education you want?
Obviously, the child is too small to know what is yoga. Of course, you need an instructor to teach them. You need to an instructor to tell them what mindfulness is, what meditation is. A
Okay.
child cannot learn on his or on her own. The figuring out
What if they
happens much.
can? What if they can? What if I
But
tell you that they can? They can pretty much learn whatever they want to learn in many different ways. What if they can? Do we want them to be learners so that they can learn what they want to learn? Do we want that?
where they
Do
can
we want them
learn
to
without I'll say without a fear of failure or being judgmental, without being judged.
without a fear? Okay, without a fear. Okay. Mhm.
But the world is very harsh, Ratnesh. If you right now, if you for 10 or 15 or 18
Okay,
years,
wait,
if
wait,
you
wait.
get,
Let's not get into that. What is the problems of the world? The world can be harsh. The world can be beautiful.
yeah, but
It's
will
up
the
to us.
child be able to fend for himself or herself in
Well,
the
we'll
world?
see. We'll see. Okay, yeah, so we can say, okay, the child should be able to fend for himself, right? Okay, fair enough. Fend for himself, learning without fear, doing without fear.
Sir,
What
I have
else?
Liberty
put
to
that
make
in chat.
mistakes.
Uh,
Sorry?
I have put something in chat.
Oh, okay, sorry, sorry. Where the
No
chat
problem.
got hidden. Right, too many tabs open.
I feel they should have the liberty to make mistakes.
Hmm.
May
Hmm.
not be the same mistake again and again, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Self-motivated, self-responsibility. Okay.
Learning in and with the nature, basically connected with
Nature.
nature. Like, I mean, nature
Okay.
should be a part. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody else who wants to share? Otherwise, we can kind of little move ahead. Um,
Sir, I have few things like
yeah, please.
I want my daughter to enjoy studies just like she does her sports. She's just 7 years, and I want her
So,
like
do you want her to enjoy, or do you want her to enjoy what you want her to enjoy?
no, I want her to enjoy. It
Yeah,
is
but
okay for me.
you have already put studies at the end of it, right?
Mhm.
But why? That's what I'm asking. The studies came from you. She did not talk about enjoying studies. So, do you want her to enjoy, or do you want her to enjoy studies? Which one you want? Or
Um,
rather, you want her to enjoy whatever she wants to study, or you want her to enjoy whatever you want her to study? Something to
yeah,
think about.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. But I will at least put the word enjoy. That's where. Uh, okay. You have more thoughts?
So I want her to be natural and
Natural. And what does that mean? What does being natural mean?
being natural mean I don't want to enforce her anything, like even if it is question of studies. So
Okay.
like I see like out of five subjects she enjoys one subject a lot. So it's not like I'm not happy if she's not enjoying the other four subjects, but I want her like to understand that this is a responsibility for her to study all five subjects. So even if
Why, if she's enjoying one, why can't she just learn that one and not learn the other four?
I mean, school, according to
No, no.
school, it should be five.
That's according to school, but we are not talking about according to school. We are saying according
Mhm.
to ourselves and our children. What do we want to give our children? See, if you want to give children the schooling kind of education, that's already available. I don't think we need to talk about the schooling kind. We all have probably gone through it, and we all know it, and it's available. It's available everywhere. So if you're saying that, you know uh, that that we should study five subjects, then I'm questioning that. I'm saying, why do we want them to study something, or some schooling, somebody made some system want to study? Why can't they study what they want to study? Whatever they want to study. If they want to study theater, they can study theater. If they want to study football, yoga, they can study yoga or football. If they want to study whatever they want to study. So okay, so let me start a little by sharing where we started. We started our journey with our own daughter. At least I started my journey with my own daughter, who was till fourth standard going to school. And in the fourth final, at the result stage, everything was A plus. She was like the teacher's pet, A plus student. And those summer holidays, we were both thinking, me and my wife Aditi, were thinking, what is happening? And then we said, no, there's something wrong. This is bad news. This shouldn't be happening to our daughter. How can our daughter get A plus in everything? This isn't education. Okay. So we said, no, no, no. We don't want her to get A plus. We want her to fail. We want her to struggle. We want her to challenge. We want her to, and also do things which she can go really deep in. This A plus is all superficial. This is just she's cracked the way to crack the test and get the A plus from the teacher. We don't want pleasing anybody. It should be something like somebody said. It should be something which where I can please myself. I can go deep into myself. So that's where we started. So we pulled her out of the school saying, hey, we don't want you to go to school. We want you to do whatever you want to do. And I don't know how many of you want that. Do you want your child to do what they like doing? It could be anything. It could be music, it could be dance, it could be arts, it could be football, it could be climbing trees, it could be running marathons, it could be doing trekking, it could be making crochet, it could be making rockets and physics, it could be anything. It could be getting into history, culture, cooking, baking, whatever it is. There are millions, finances, stocks, whatever you name it, right? So we started with this whole journey, and that's what we have been doing. We are saying, why do we need to fit them into these subjects kind of a thingy that's been created? There's nothing wrong or right about it. Somebody who wants that, fair enough. We have no problem. Somebody who's thriving in the schooling system with those 5, 6, 7 subjects, great, awesome. We have no problem with that. But somebody who does not want to do that for whatever reason, is not happy, is struggling, is not enjoying, or would rather do things which he or she wants to do. If that's the kind of education we want, then we can create an education that is built around the child. Just as the food is built around the child's needs, the clothing is built around the child's needs, and so on. Why not education? And absolutely. So that is what we have been doing. We obviously pulled our daughter at that time and never went back to the schooling system. We didn't even, at 15, she came to us and says, I don't see a reason why I should give 10th, because I can learn whatever I feel like learning and do whatever I feel like doing. So why do I need to give this 10, 12? So we didn't give 10, 12. And then she just went on and on and on and did what she's doing. So the whole question is, we give what they want. That is what Aarohi is all about. Giving them an education. We just calling it the same name as education because they're still learning all the time. Just that they are learning based on their strengths, their capabilities, their talents, their passions, which they need not have discovered till now. But that's the whole journey. The whole journey is to discover oneself. And how will one discover oneself? By doing things that they like doing. Yeah. So if a child likes doing, let's say, electronics, then we know that this child likes doing electronics. So that can be one of his passion. Not that he has to make a career out of it. That's one of his passion. But at the same time, the same child could be maybe liking uh, maybe playing drums, or maybe liking gardening. Who knows? So so the idea is not to really tight jacket the child, rather let him explore, let him develop these different capabilities, and as they discover, develop, they will soon reach a stage where all they need is a little nurturing, and they can float onwards. So what really happens? How do we do this? How do we discover, develop, and nurture what is
Rat-
unique inside the child? Yeah.
Ratnesh, can I interject?
Let me finish the whole thing, and then you can ask me as many questions. Yeah. So
Okay.
please keep the question in your hand. Don't let the question go away. I just want to finish this part so that we can have a longer discussion. Now, what we have realized is when children are very young, they are hungry for exposures. They want to, look at a lot of different things, touch and feel, try everything. Something they'll try for a week, something they will try more, and so on. As they starts growing older, they get into 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They get into exploration of what they like. Somebody would be liking football more, somebody could be liking chess more, somebody could be liking crochet more, somebody could be liking making things, physical things more, somebody could be liking baking, somebody could be liking poetry, somebody could be like anything, different things. But they'll start exploring a handful of things as they grow older, and then when they reach their slightly mid-teens and older teens, they started picking out of those whichever are really interesting for them, where they want to get into more what we call as the professional level. So they start getting into expertise. And how do they get expertise? Is by actually doing industry work, by doing client projects, by doing uh, you know internships, volunteering, interacting with the industry, getting mentored by people in the industry. So that's the expertise stage. And finally, they reach the what is called as the enterprise, where they start earning. This is the stage where they either take up a job or start something of their own, just like all of us, pretty much. So just to kind of showcase this whole journey, how does that happen? Is a very quick video which will show you one child's journey. So the title itself says, "How did I become a professional without ever going to school?" In fact, he's my son. He's now 20. So you are seeing his 20 years journey of never going to school ever. Let's quickly see what he says. Mm. Okay, I think the video is taking a moment to play. Yeah.
How did I become a professional without ever going to school? At Aarohi, I've always been doing something. Whether it was a skill worth learning or, well, this stuff. I've been a part of Aarohi my whole life, and I've gone through the 4 stages of learning, but I like to call them the quad E's. The first stage is exposure, where I was being introduced to new concepts like gardening, cooking, music, building stuff. A lot of stuff. Then I moved on to the second stage, exploring, experimenting, and gaining hands-on experience. Here I did things like photography, art, fitness, adventure sports, and well, normal sports. After this, I leveled up to stage 3, which is expertise, where I try to master my skills and dive deeper into different things. I played football for 4 years at different academies, trying to become professional. I started working out and taking fitness more seriously. And digital marketing, where I started off with trying paid ads, web designing, slowly transitioning to social media and media production, which is what I'm doing right now, by the way. I even got my first internship for social media management, which was not paid. The final stage is enterprise, where I start earning while learning. In this stage, I got my second internship in a social media role, where I learned a lot about social media and how the content production world works. Finished that and then started a content agency with my friend, and I'm also doing a part-time job with a podcasting agency right now, where I'm learning more about different types of content. Usually I do short-form content, and podcasting is something totally different. So these are the 4 stages of learning that I've been through with Aarohi, and well, the learning never stops, but yeah, this is what you get if you join Aarohi. Bye.
Okay, so that was Drupal's journey from whatever beginning till 20 years now, and just to kind of little more go in one more step detail is how does this break down? So what exactly do children do at Aarohi campus, irrespective of what age they are, whether they are 8, 9, 10, 11, or 13, 14, 15, or 18, 19? What do they do? The first thing is obviously is that each child is unique. Each child's interests, talents, skills are unique. So we work with the child to develop what we call as a learning plan, rather than calling a curriculum, because curriculum comes from somewhere. Here the child is making his or her plan, and we are working closely with the child and the parent, obviously, because the parents know the child. So we work both with the parent and the child to create this learning personalized plan. And obviously this keeps changing, evolving as the child grows. So that's the first step, the plan. And then obviously the plan is not enough. Now we need to match with the needs of the skills and knowledge and the concept. So for example, if a child says, I want to do let's say poetry, or I want to be a writer. So now that's the part of the child's plan, right? Writing or skills is my thing. Now we have to match that to their specific skills. What kind of an exploration can be done? So just to give you an example, we came up for a group of children who were interested in writing. We said we will do something what is called as SWAT. SWAT is Serious Writers of Aarohi Daily. What does that mean? That you will be given a prompt by somebody, including yourself, and all of us will write on that prompt every single day. Okay. And these children went on writing every single day for 2.5 years. And every single day they will write 1 pager or 2 pages. Nobody will comment. They will post it in the electronic media. Only people can give. No thumbs up, no emojis, no comments, no feedback, nothing. That was the whole thing. Just write every day. You can read what others have written, but you don't seek any feedback. Let's see what happens. And so much so that just recently, there's a girl called Mishti. In fact, her picture is in the previous slide. She has published, for last year, she wrote 365 pages and she has published it as a book. So kind of work, that very intense work we do. But we try and match what the child would is wanting. In that, what is the skill need, what is the knowledge need, what is the concept need, and how, what will give them that. So what kind of projects, what kind of exploration, which people to meet, which resources to take. And the whole world is ours, the whole planet Earth is ours to match these two. The third thing that we do is we don't obviously get limited to this child's personalized plan or the child's curriculum. We go exploring a whole lot. We go to a lot of places, we travel a lot, we do a lot of different things outdoor. We even do things like, for example, jobs. For example, this child, if you can see him on the screen, this child is an accountant. 2 years back, 2 years back when he was 11, now he's 13, he was the accountant of Aarohi for the whole year, the whole Aarohi trust. He did the whole accounting, all debit, credit, vouchers, everything, including making balance sheet and profit loss, which typically a BCom or an MCom would do. And he learned that at 11. And every year the accountant changes. There's a new child who becomes the accountant and takes care of the whole account. So that's the kind of real world that they are working with. Something which is exciting. Not that he needs to become an accountant in his life. He just got that exposure for a year. And now he can move ahead. If anything he wants to do, whether he wants to do in accounting or not, that's not important. So like this, there are so many different things. Yeah. Uh, then a huge thing which a lot of you talked about: values, awareness, mindfulness. What in general, if you allow me, just I'll use a simple word: life skills or life living. Okay, a whole lot of things. So we really focus on that because that's very important, and we bring in lots of processes, uh, a whole lot of it, because we give a lot of leadership to children, a lot of responsibility to children, self-awareness. There you go. So a lot of things that happen because those are important. We realize nobody taught us emotions in our school and college, but emotions is extremely important because we are going to deal with them every single day of our life, no matter how young or old we are. So like those, right? So we work a lot with them. We have personally been working with children since 1999, so about almost 27 years. So we have got a whole lot of research and tools and techniques and processes from all over the world. We don't need to be subscribing to any one system. We are free to beg, borrow, steal from wherever we feel like doing that. And finally, when children are ready, when they are teenagers, they are ready to take their passion to a professional level where they get into real world industry experience. They do lots of client projects, like you saw Drupad talking in his in the video. They they only do their networking. They only get their own internship. We don't provide internship for anybody, but we provide them guidance of how they can get their internship on their own. How do they build their network? How do they approach people? How do they prepare for their profiles, and so on and so forth. So that's the kind of journey they go through. A whole lot of them are doing that right now. They are out there in the industry doing their internship. And finally, we work very closely with the parents also, because finally, it's not just enough to work with the child. We all work together as a team, the parents, we and us. You don't have to be physically here with the child, but you will always be with the child whenever the child is with you. And even if the child is physically not with you, you are with the child. So that's very important. The whole idea of working with the parents. And again, we have done a lot of work in this whole field. And you'll often hear parents saying, yeah, my child learned a lot in Aarohi, but more than the child I learned. That will be a common, kind of a statement you will learn. Right. So let me also clarify what Aarohi does not do. We are also very clear. We don't focus on conventional subjects unless a child wants to learn any one of the subjects. So there are no subjects, no 5 subjects or 10 subjects, nothing. If a child wants to study maths, the child can study maths. If the child wants to study history, the child will study history. So that's totally depending on the child, the personalized learning plan. And the children can not study maths and whatever history also if they don't want to. We have had no problem. Their day-to-day working maths, they all pick up because they live in this world. So they learn to do the regular things. If a child wants to prepare for boards and competitive exams, we don't directly prepare the children. But if a children needs support in preparation of that, some children have gone and given 10th and 12th. Some children have not. So depending on what help that child needs, we and the parents figure out how we can support that child. Also, we don't provide any certification. We are not a school, so we don't provide any certification. But we work with what is called as portfolio building or work certified, where children carry their work and show that to the world. Uh, there is no teaching classes kind of things that happen here. A whole lot of us learn by doing, including, like somebody was asking, how can yoga be learned? Well, you can learn yoga in many ways. You can learn it from YouTube, you can learn it from books, you can learn it by copying somebody else doing it, or you can even start exploring yourself. So there's no limit to how something can be learned. A whole lot of zillion billion resources are all available in this beautiful world. So we just go ahead and let the child decide how the child wants to learn, depending when the child says, I want to learn that. We don't have any special educators, but we work with all children. So we don't divide children as special children and not special children. For us, all children are children. That's it. And lastly, there is no disciplining, there's no attendance, there is no thing. The structure is created by each child for himself, with obviously support of parents and a lot of support from us on a daily basis, close mentoring by us. But the idea is child becomes responsible, child becomes independent, child drives a whole lot of things with a lot of support from all of us. Yeah. So that's how we kind of work. What we tell parents, if you're interested and if your child is at least about 7 and above, normally actually 8 9 and above, I would say, then think about at least minimum 1 year at Aarohi campus. That's important because then we can work very closely with the child. Family can, if the child is at the Aarohi campus, family can come and stay here as many times, as many days. So parents are encouraged to come here, because when parents come here, they become not just parent to one child, they become parents to all of us, including us 56-year-olds also. And so we all learn from each other. That's the beauty of Aarohi. There's no boundary. Who is my teacher? Anybody can be my teacher. A small child can be my teacher. A book can be my teacher. A YouTube can be my teacher. Anything can be my teacher. There's no limit to what can help me reach where I want to reach. Yeah, that's broadly. We also have a lot of other programs, online programs and all that. One of the main program is Jagrati, which we have been doing since 2002. That's for parenting. We call it an unparenting program. But that's online. So I'm not too much talking about that right now. If anybody is interested, you can explore that on our website. So let me quickly pause. I thought I said brief presentation, but I took a lot of time. Sorry. Yeah, let's have questions. Somebody was asking a question. Sorry, I paused you. Yeah, we can have questions, discussions, and so on. Yeah, I haven't added that part, that typically if you are interested, if you say, Ratnesh, now this is interesting, I want to explore this more, so what's the next step? Typically there are two steps. If you want a one-to-one kind of a video discussion with any one of our team members, that obviously can be arranged, any number of one-to-one conversation. But the more important one is, we want your family, you all, to come and stay with us for a week in our campus and actually experience all of this, actually see how education happens at Aarohi. And that, because that is very, very important. You experience it, and then you if you like it, you say, we want to experience it a little more, one more week, can we experience it? That's also okay. But mostly people experience one week, and then they are able to decide whether they want to be part of Aarohi or not. Some say, no, this is not what we want. Some say, yes, this is what we want. Absolutely fine. Yeah.
So, sir, in this April and May, is that 1 week thing possible? This summer vacation.
Right. So there's a right, because there's a whole calendar on our website. I'll just put the link in the
Okay.
chat. You will have to see which weeks. Not all weeks are available, because some weeks are what we call as break weeks, and some weeks are our travel weeks, where we all travel. We travel a lot across the country, wherever anybody feels like going, wanting to go. We do surfing, we do skiing, we go to history, we go to waterfalls. We do all kinds of funny things. Um, uh, Shweta is asking,
Sure,
it
I
just
will
missed the
check.
minimum age to enroll a child. Okay, if you are looking at campus, Shweta, then the minimum, there's no as such a minimum age, but typically just for the child to be at the campus, typically it's 7, 8, 9 is the minimum, depending on each child. Some children are ready at a younger age. Some children are not ready to at a younger age. Some may even at 10, 11, 12 refuse to come to the campus. So if they were talking about being at the campus, the child alone. But there have also been so many cases where the family decided that they want to be at the campus with the child, which means they keep coming to the campus at any frequency that they feel like. For example, one family said, we'll come alternate weeks. So they lived in Bangalore, they could afford to come alternate weeks. By the way, at campus, we all live together. You don't typically commute, at least not from Bangalore. It's a little far, about 2 hours. So you don't commute from Bangalore on a daily basis. You commute on a weekly basis. So people can come. So you can come with the child. So if your child is 5, 4, 6, and 7, and you think I am want to be with the child, which is great news for all of us because we get 2 learners, you and the child, and both the parents are getting, we getting 3 learners. We are greedy people. We want more people because people is amazing. The more people, the more, not just more people in terms of numbers, but the more close interactions with different ages, the more the learning is, and the more the fun is, the joy part that somebody was talking about. Yeah, so there's as such no minimum age, but obviously the very younger child, if you have a very young child and you want to work with the child at home, we have something called as an online support. So you have to tell us the age of the child, and yeah, I think Preeti is there. We can also, Preeti, should we do that? Should we go into a breakout room if people want to? Yeah, you want to quick say hi to the group and tell your journey very quickly?
Hi everyone, I'm Preeti. I'm from Mumbai. We are a family with a daughter who is now 12 years old. We have been with Aarohi since 2020, and it has been a very lovely journey for us as open learners. And with our daughter, we are also open learners as parents. And yeah, so Mishti has explored quite a lot because of being with everybody in the community, and because of a lot of traveling and stuff along with everyone in the community. So that all exposure has brought in a lot of value for us as a family. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are looking at, if you want to work with your child just from your home and you are looking at support from Aarohi, Aarohi does that. Aarohi provides you support so that you can work with your child at your home. Also, that's more typically for younger age group. Yeah, Shweta is mentioning 6. So Shweta, either you can come with your child to the campus, or if you want just an online support, that option is also available. So what we can do is, actually we can go into, if there are parents with younger children who would more want to talk about what support they can get and how it can work, they can go with Preeti in a breakout room. And the other group which is more interested in being with slightly older children, at least 8, 9 plus, who would like to be at the campus, or with a younger child but who would like to be coming with the child to the campus, if that's the kind of scenario you want, and you have questions, you want to understand how that works, you can be here in the main room. So I'll just open a breakout room, and yeah, if I'm just repeating, if you have younger children and you want to kind of um, yeah, work from home and need support. So Preeti, open room one, people can
Your
meet younger,
voice broke
and
for
other
me.
parents can stay here and ask me questions. Yeah, just join room one, Preeti, and others who, as I said, who want to interact with Preeti there. And people who want to talk to me here about children coming to campus, you can talk to me, ask me questions. Yeah.
So, Ratnesh, I've got one question. Since we
Sure.
are in Bangalore,
Sure.
so and Zuhair is going to be 11. So, will it be a hybrid model that he can come home and then as well as be there?
It
Can
is
it
all
be
hybrid
done
only.
that way?
It is hybrid only. It is hybrid only. So people, when we say people, children become part of the campus, there is no fixed time to it. In the sense, yes, the children are typically here regularly for the whole year, but you can keep coming and going. For example, you may say 3 months I'll be at the campus and then 2 months I'll be at home, and then again 3 months I will be at campus. So that can be your plan, as in your family's plan. Or it could be every alternate week, that I want to be alternate week here and alternate week at home. Or you may say, I will come for 5 weeks and then 2 weeks I will be at home. Any permutation combination, and that also keeps on changing, not like it has to be fixed. um, so that's exactly how it works, right? There is no, it's not about, see, for us, when the child is part of Arohi, wherever the child is, whether at home, whether at Arohi, or traveling somewhere, the child is learning. As simple as that, right? It's not like that, okay, I will learn only on weekdays and I will learn only on these. For us, 24/7, we are learning wherever we are. Learning whatever we want to. If what I want to learn is so amazing, then I will learn that. If I like to read books, let's say, for example, I can read them anywhere, anytime, right? Including when I go potty. So how does it matter? Right? So any time can be a learning time, right? Let's stop this demarcation that this is not learning and this is learning and this is education and this is not
But
education. For us, everything
Ratnesh,
is
but
education.
the biggest problem that as parents, like my husband and I face, is like with the
Mhm.
struggle with the screen time. As you said, let the child
Right. So
learn.
we don't bother with that. We don't bother with that. Screen is part of our life. Me and you are right now on screen. Please don't bother. We don't bother with that. Children don't
No,
bother
they're
with
like
that.
screen
Children
time.
don't.
I meant to say we
Wait,
cannot
wait, wait. Hear
rubbish
me
it
out.
off
Hear me
like
out.
that. He's all
Hear
the
me out. Hear
child
me
wants
out.
to
Hear me
play
out.
games all the time.
Yes, no. The children don't want to play games on the screen all the time. That's exactly what I've been telling you. For 16 years, children don't want to play games. They want to play sometime, but because they have got so many other things to do, so many other things that they are interested in. See, for example, here a group of 9, 10, 11, 12, the oldest. So 9 to 12, four children are working on a zip line. So from one tree, they're hanging a kind of a rope, and they are, it's like a zip line going to another tree 40 feet away, or right now 30 feet away, whatever. Right now, imagine can that beat an online game? It can't. I mean, sorry, can an online game beat that? No, it's like super intense. They are trying, experimenting, failing. They've broken the rope, the pulleys, all kinds of pulleys they've tried, all kinds of handles they've tried, all kind of trees they've tried, inclination, this, that, the amount of physics, the amount of maths, the amount of thinking, the amount of arguments, fights, everything. And it's been going on. And it's amazing. Right. So I'm saying, when you see when you are looking at gadget as a problem, I'm only looking at gadget as a resource. And all the children here look at it as a resource, including to play games. There's nothing wrong with it. But they don't play game whole day. There's so much happening here. Full from 6 o'clock in the morning till whatever 9 o'clock, there's action packed, not designed by us. I'm not designing anybody for anything. Everybody's thinking what action they want in their life. Somebody wants to make this, somebody wants to play football, somebody wants to read this, somebody wants to together create this, so on and so forth. There's action happening all over the place, which is why I'm saying, come over. When you come and stay with us, you realize, forget the child. Rupina, we'll make you do work whole day. Whatever you like doing and whatever you don't like doing, also you will get into involved, because, oh, this is interesting. Oh, that is also interesting. Oh, let's do this. Let's go there. Let's find this. So many things. Right. So yes, there's no denying the gadgets. Gadgets is part of our life. They are tools of our culture in today's world. Right. So here, children, if they want to bring the gadget, that's also okay. If they don't have gadget, that's also okay. And there is absolutely no problem with gadgets. We don't face any problem, simply because children have so many things to do, because everything is valued. Whether they're playing a board game, that's valued, because there's so much you can learn in a board game. Whether they are playing outside, they are making something, let's say they're making a little house or a tree house. They're starting a tree house project from Monday. So if they're making a tree house, they're learning so much, and they're so much excited about it. Right. Including going to the market, finding out what material, buying that material, lugging it over, somehow getting it here, then putting it, failing, cutting it the wrong way, realizing, oh, this material's gone waste, again go back to the market, again buy it. You see, there's so much dynamics when you are totally hands-on into doing what you like doing. Right. We were, for example, I'll give you an example. This child was 2 weeks back trying to fix up a motion sensor, so that the staircase light only gets on when people climb, so that we don't waste electricity, because we are off the grid. We only work on solar. So this child was working on it, and God knows what went wrong. Testing, everything worked, but final installation, it went poof with a lot of smoke. And he was so, what should I say? Uh, unhappy with that. He said, I don't want to do any electronics, I don't want to do any automation. So for 2 weeks, nothing moved in that. I kept on saying, karna hai ek aur Amazon se order, do you want to do Amazon order? So he said, no uncle. Yesterday he came, uncle, when are we getting the sensors? So we have to just be with them, because that he wants that thing to happen. That light should on when I walk up. He wants that thing to happen. Obviously, the failures will come. Who doesn't burst these sensors? Who works with the sensors? Nobody has ever worked with electronics without blowing up so many components. And so this is just one example. I can give you all kinds of examples. No, not just in one particular field, any kind of field that you want. Because we are not limited by any field. The child should want to do something. Not just the child, even if you are coming, Rubina, whatever you want to do, we'll encourage that. Okay, you want to do that, let's do that. Whatever you want to do that. Especially things which you have never done before. So that's the energy. So yes, these all gadgets and all that, nothing is a problem. Everything. And one thing we need to realize, very, very important, which a lot of you said, mindfulness, awareness, and all. The question is, how do one develop that? I'll tell you how to develop that. By seeing everything which is a problem as an opportunity to learn. So if there is a child who is, let's say, too much spending time with, let's say any particular thing, let's say a gadget, playing games, and others feel, by others I mean everybody others feel that that's too much time, then isn't that a beautiful opportunity for others to connect with him, understand with him, others to talk, social relationships. How do you connect with people? How do you talk to them? How do you understand their feelings? How do you express your feelings? Where will all of that happen? That can happen in a feelings lecture, right? It has to happen in the real life, when there's a real life situation. So for us, all problems, when people say, do you face any problem? We say we face lots of problems, and all the problems are curriculum. Because from the problems is where we learn all these things: the emotions, the social skills, the life skills, the responsibility, the confidence, and so on. They don't come like that. They come. So if suppose we have to go, we every week we go out somewhere. Once a week, typically on Fridays, we go outside the campus to some place, visit people, visit places, see and do something, solve some problem, whatever. So every Friday, there's one child who's thinking where to go, and not just thinking that how will we go, what will be the logistics, do the bookings, find out the place, where will we eat, where will we do all of that planning. So that's where responsibility comes, that's where confidence comes. And first time the child may mess it up and realize that we are late for the train because he saw the time wrong, or whatever, all kinds of things happen. So that's why we call it Aarohi life education. We believe life itself has so much to teach us. We are unnecessarily running here and there. We don't need classes, we need action. And that's what Aarohi is all about. In fact, we call Aarohi, spelling is Doing. Let's do something, whatever, whoever wants. And I think the best way would be to come and stay here and experience it. That's the only invite I can give you. Obviously, before that, if you want a conversation, we can do a conversation. But more important is come over and stay. Let me put that link also. Yeah. Questions?
Nicely put, Ratnesh. Love this concept. So I'm interested in coming there.
Sure. I'm just putting you a short link for the page which gives it. Otherwise, also, if you go to the website, you will be able to find it. But you can just use this link. Also, I'm assuming most of you are connected to us through WhatsApp. So I will also put the WhatsApp number just in case you are not connected with to us on WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp number in chat. So if you are finding any difficulty, or if you want a one-to-one conversation with your family with the specific things about your child, you're most welcome to ping us. We will set up a call, a video call, and we will chat with you, discuss with you.
I have a question to ask. Campus things sound
Yes,
very interesting, but we are in Gujarat. So coming there often may not work for us.
Right. So, for example, we have Dhyansh here. He is, I think, 9 now, right? He comes from Ahmedabad, and you're in Ahmedabad. Which place in Gujarat? Sorry,
Yes.
Forgot.
Yes, Ahmedabad.
Oh, okay. Then you can go over and meet his parents, right? He's here. His parents are in Ahmedabad. Okay,
Himali
I can.
Patel.
No, no, not Himali.
She gave me your reference.
Sure, sure, sure. Himali is also in. Yeah, yeah. So you already have one reference, but you can
Yes.
also meet Dhyansh. Dhyansh is right now here at the campus, and his parents are in Ahmedabad. Unnati and Nitin, and I can give you their numbers. Please go and meet them. And so that's
Sure.
what they are doing. Last in October, November, December, they were here for 2.5 months. Then he went back home for about 2 months. He was at home, and now he came back. He said this time he said, "I don't want you, mom, to come here. I want to be here myself." So he is here himself, and I think next week his dad is coming to pick him up, and then they'll keep making their plans. How does it matter? Right, so that's how the whole thing works, right? It isn't about
True.
trying to live with some constraint. It's about living with our dreams, our aspirations, and our needs. And obviously the family living together is equally important. So we either say, parents, you also come over, or obviously the child goes home because the child has grandparents and so on,
Yes.
and all those beautiful things we don't want. So you create your own permutation combination, and as I said, nothing need to be even decided in advance. You can start off with something and say, oh, this is not working, oh, that is not working. The child is here, I'm missing the child, I will go and live in Aarohi for a month. Why not? Please come over, Bakshi and Paresh, we would love you having you here. Like that's the whole idea.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, we call our campus as O campus. O stands for open. It's open. As simple as that. Come, go. There's no attendance. Who wants to live life of attendance and this? We want to live life out of passions. As simple as that.
Sounds interesting. Sure.
Yeah. If you want to meet Dhyan's parents, you can, as I said, you can ping me on WhatsApp. I'll send their number.
Sure. Sure. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
You can talk. Plus, Himali is anywhere there. She's been connected with ROE for many years, so you can
Yeah, she told
always
me
check with.
we just got into conversation and she said, "Can my son has never been to school," and I was like, "Wow, what's that? Now share me more about it." Then we had long conversation. We are meeting even next week.
Sure, sure. Please meet. Please meet. Yes.
Definitely. Thank you.
Namaste, Ratnesh ji. We wanted to come and stay there, but my daughter is not convinced. Now she is addicted to this conventional school. She's got
Mm-hmm.
her friends, and she says,
Mm-hmm.
"मुझे छोड़ के नहीं जाना है, मैं यही स्कूल में पढ़ूंगी."
Sure. That is her choice. What you can say to her is try out the place for a week. It's only a
Yeah,
week, Monday to Friday. That's
this we
actually
have
5 days.
doing since last 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but she has not convinced so far. Last 3 years we have been doing. तो एक हफ्ता आजा हमारे साथ. We'll stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not ready. So what to do?
I don't have a solution for that. Yeah, except for if she wants to at least come for a week and try it out and see for herself what is this place and how does it work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
she's teenage now, so
sure,
now we
sure,
don't force also. It's
hmm
13 plus she is now. Oh,
sure.
yeah. Okay, fine. Hopefully we'll get a chance to visit.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep trying. Thank you so much.
Sure. We are almost at 6. So maybe we can take one last question if anybody has either a logistical question or a understanding question, or how does the child do this or learn this, anything. Um, I can see some more people who have not spoken. Vignesh is there. Um, so anybody, yeah. Uh, if you have a question. Aparna, you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to little share just your journey, a little bit in very brief, and then we'll close today's meetup.
Okay. So my first thing with
You're okay
Aarohi
coming
was
on video?
okay.
You're okay.
Yeah. So someone was sharing right now that their daughter is not okay to come and stay here for a week. I started with that. My mother and I had a long conversation about not coming here. But somehow they convinced me to just come for a week. Then I stayed for a week, and in the end of the week, do you want to join here was the question, and my straight away answer was yes. Uh, so that's how I started with Aarohi. And in beginning, I used to call my mom and start crying to her, saying, I just feel that I'm doing nothing and everybody around me are doing so many different things. And I just think I'm wasting my time. And she used to just listen to me. And then, just because everybody was doing around me, I got to know at things that I can do. So that's one start for me. I started doing stuff with others. Then, out of everything that I've done with others, I started seeing what I really like the most and started doing it by myself. Then we had City, which started, which is mostly for teenagers to turn their passion to profession. And I'm part of City. I tried arts, electronics, piano, reading, writing, craft, origami, crochet, carpentry, so many different things. And I wanted to go more deep in arts. But somewhere I felt that's not really my passion. It's a hobby. So there's a difference between both. So I understood it when I went deep into it. And I look back on different things that I have explored and what really interested me to do more. And I ended up in mud construction. So I went for right now. I have completed 2 internships in mud construction, and recently I went back to that place and I just felt odd. So when I went first time to the place where I did construction, it was nothing there. So it was bland over there. And last time when I went and saw that, it was full on fancy Bali type house. So I just felt in a little uh, but I just feel I'm okay with failures. It's okay to explore and fail in few things. So somebody was mentioning, saying that their child does not need, like they don't want their child to have the fear of failure. But I feel uh, I'm happy with that fear of failure in me. I'm okay to live with it. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Panaya. We say Aarohi is a place for failure. If you're looking for success, Aarohi is the wrong number. If you're looking for failure, this is the place to come, and we'll enjoy failures, and then success will happen automatically in its own course of time. So we work with, yeah, all kinds of funny things. So right, so we will pause this here. We typically do these meetups 5 to 6, so we'll pause this here, and we one thing is we are there every Saturday 5 to 6. So if you want to join in again, ask again, talk again, listen again, you're most welcome. If you want a one-to-one, now that you get the basic idea, but you may have questions specific to either your situation or your child, or in general, if you have questions, you can also ask for a one-to-one. But yeah, at the end of it, the best part is to come over and stay with us. um, you might need to kidnap your daughter and bring her here. If she's not coming. Yeah, apart from that, like how Aparna's mom did. She managed it, right? So yeah, sorry for the joke, but the jokes apart, yeah, please come and experience this place. Whether you join or not, that's immaterial. Even in 1 week, it will be fun to have you all here. Yeah.
Can you
So
share the costing? How?
everything is on the website. All
Okay.
costing, everything is transparent. There is nothing
Okay.
uh, to for us to keep under the wraps. Everything is just go to the website. You will find most of the
Sure.
information. If you don't find information, then you just ping me on WhatsApp. Yeah, but
Sure.
we are very confident that all the information is there.
Yes. Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And we'll stay connected. Please let us know how we can. And also, one request is that if you have more friends and relatives, where especially if the child is not enjoying the See, if the child is thriving, enjoying in the traditional, conventional education, great. We have nothing against the conventional education. In fact, a lot of children, as I said, go back to conventional education around 10th, 12th, or even sometimes before, and that's absolutely fine. What's our problem? If the child wants that and the family wants, then great, nothing wrong with that. So, but if the child is, if you have in your friends and relative circle any family who's struggling or not enjoying, and child doesn't want to go to school or not doing great in academics and does not want to pursue that, then you can at least suggest them to at least explore this. Most people think that school is by default the only way, like some one of the parent was saying, but we all need to study 5 subjects. So the answer is no, that's not really required. My daughter hasn't, my son hasn't, and so many of our children. Aparna hasn't, she hasn't given any 10. She's already 15 and rearing in the eco construction field. So why would she bother about all of that? So like that. So if you know anybody, we need that help, because yeah, we are trying to reach more people, but we are not able to reach people, and we want to make a difference in the life of children who are not enjoying things, who are already enjoying great, awesome. Yeah, so please do help us by passing on, and thank you, and we'll stay connected. Yeah, bye bye, have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Bye.